Hey guys, so I finally figured out a team that works for 3-star Extreme 2 and the 18 turn mission. I don't have Domain Megumi, so it was pretty hard, but I did find a way to make it work with Geto. It uses this team. Unity, Wish from the Past, Non-Standard are pretty much required. I haven't really tested with other Recs, and I don't really want to because this clear is already difficult enough. So these three are required for my strategy to work. This one, you can use any damage boosting one, but I prefer this one because it's the nicest in my opinion for just like a general buffing rec. For skills, most important ones here are you want Kaito's S2 as high as you can get it, and then his ult as high as you can get it, and then you want your Yuta to be as strong as you can get him to be. So with A1 Geto, A1 Yuta, with Stamp and some extra levels, this fight is still really close. So you do have to be very strong, or very close to my Yuta in order to make this work. There is a lot of RNG, as always. The boss might just kill somebody, and you have to reset pretty late into the fight. Also, Kaito's stun on his ult has to hit on turn 13, and that's pretty late into the fight, so if it doesn't hit, you just have to reset. The rotation is very consistent, so I'm going to put it in the description, and anyone who wants to follow it step by step can. Turn 1, we just Unity and use skill 1. Turn 2, gonna do the same thing, just all skill 1s. We're conserving curse energy on everybody, pretty much. So for phase 1, we essentially don't want to use any of Kaito or Yuta's curse energy. Here we can start buffing and debuffing. Gonna do it one more time. Alright, so on that previous turn, if your Yuta isn't strong enough to... So right now this Hanami has 1.9 million HP, right? My Yuta's ult with this specific amount of buffs and debuffs is gonna do 2.1 million roughly. So I didn't have to use my S3 last turn. If your Yuta isn't strong enough to do that much damage on this turn, then on the previous turn use S3 instead of S1. So here we just do this. Now we start defense buffing on Kaito to prepare for the domain phase. This should kill. It does just about enough to kill for me. Even without the crit, it would have done around 2 million. Okay, now we Yaga ult to make him do less damage. And then we start conserving curse energy on Geto, and we defense buff on Kaito, and then we start conserving curse energy again on Yuta. Because later on we're gonna want to spam our S3. This fight is a lot easier with Domain Megumi, but with Geto, I've had to find a very, very specific rotation. Okay, now we conserve curse energy on everybody, defense buff and activate Wish from the Past. See how much damage SR Kaito reduces. Okay. Now, since Yuta can get his curse energy back again, we pop Unity. This curse skill 1 on everybody. Okay, skill 1, now we start debuffing on Geto. Use our skill 2, skill 1. Alright, now we start buffing on Yaga, debuffing on Geto, continue. And skill 1, skill 1. Alright. Defense buff one more time. The next turn is the important one. Kaito's ult has to stun here. The reason it has to stun is because Hanami starts doing the skill where she reduces your team's damage dealt, and that makes it really hard for Yuta to do enough damage with his ult to get her low enough to finish her off. So in order to prevent that, you want to skip one of these turns starting from turn 13. And I'm just gonna pray that it works for me here. Nice, got the stun. Have another black flash, that's good. Okay, now we ult on Yaga just for damage, to put a damage dealt debuff on him so he does less damage to us. And then we continue debuffing on Geto. We use this to reduce his damage even more. And then we continue skill 3 on Yuta. So everything went well this run. No one's dead, and Kaito's stun hit on turn 13. So that's ideal. Yeah, that skill right there. He does that twice if you don't stun him during one of the turns. Which is why it was so important that Kaito's stun hit. Now we burst and we pray. This should be a good amount of damage. It's not going to kill him, but it should be good enough to break him and for us to finish him off after. Nice. I continue skill 3. And here, we can use Geto's ult if we want. It's gonna die anyways, he has 300k, so whatever we do is gonna die. I'm just gonna use Geto's ult for fun. There it is, sub 18 turn clear and 3-star clear. I hope that was helpful, and if you have any questions you can, write a comment, or you can message me on Discord too. I'm always available to talk. Alright, I hope this was helpful. See you guys next time.